Welcome to Leng-Leng's Moment. Just like 1, 2, 3. Hi guys! Welcome to Leng-Leng's Moment. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Wala pa nga punta. If you're new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. This is my first time doing a vlog, so please bear with talking more on my UK journey, yung step-by-step process na pinagdaanan ko to get my UK visa, and then what else, my passion for arts and crafts. And siguro in some of my videos I will be talking about low budget filmmaking as well. Let's start! Alright, so for today's video I will be talking about my road to YouTube. Okay, I will divide it into 4 parts. I'll just put the topic outline somewhere over here. Anyway, so first we'll be talking about number 1. Where do I start? When do I start? How do I start? And things like that. And then number 2, OET or IELTS. Should I take OET or IELTS? Number 3, should I start with employer interview first? Or should I start with finishing my English requirements, like taking OET and CBT and all that stuff? And lastly, we'll be talking about the timeline. So usually, ilang months ba bago mo makuha yung UK visa mo and bago ka makaalis to UK. Alright, so let's start. So the big question here is, where do I start? I mean, saan nga ba ako magsisimula? You need to have that goal in mind, or you need to set your priorities. Kasi if wala kang goal, I mean, wala kang patutunguhan. If you don't have that goal in mind, the tendency is we'll have that manana habit. Later na yan. I won't take the exam yet because I don't have the time. Or, hindi ko muna gagawin yan kasi hindi pa yan yung priorities ko. So, number 1 thing that you need to do before applying for UK is you need to ask yourself if you're ready for this. I mean, my best friend used to say that going abroad is not everyone's cup of tea. So you need to ask yourself that question. Is UK really for me? Is going abroad really the right move for me? Ano ba yung purpose mo for applying abroad? Ano ba yung purpose ko? Am I going there, to earn money, or to provide a better future for my family, or just to find a lifetime partner perhaps, or just to have a go on vacation and all that, something like that. Right? So number 1 is really important, again, to have that goal in mind. Okay, that's number 1. Right? Next, so ano ba talaga yung mas better? Should I take OET or IELTS? So for this topic, we will be discussing the pros and cons, or i-compare natin kung ano nga bang mas maganda, kung OET ba or IELTS. I mean, based from my experience, ako kasi, I took OET. I took OET because it's much, it focuses more on healthcare, especially if you're a nurse. So, parang mas advantage siya on your part. If you're a nurse, or if you're a doctor, if you're a midwife, if you take OET. Let's define OET and IELTS. OET tests your ability to communicate in English in healthcare setting, while IELTS tests your overall ability to communicate in the English language. Okay, so lagyan natin ng table the difference between OET and IELTS. Start tayo with price. Right? As of September 1, 2021, OET, the price of OET is around 21,000. So that's 587 Australian US dollars, or Australian dollar. Wait lang. Alright, so Teka lang. OET, ang ingay ng hobby ko. So, OET, as of September 1, 2021, nasa 587 Australian dollar siya. So, that's around 21,493 pesos. Again, as of September 1. While IELTS, mas mababa siya. Nasa 11,995 pesos lang siya. So, if you're gonna base it on price, of course, mas expensive si OET compared to IELTS. But let's go with the content. Okay. Baga pa, it's an advantage if you're a nurse or if you're a healthcare worker. If you take OET kasi you're familiar now with the medical terms, yun yung magiging focus doon sa OET. While in IELTS naman kasi, it's parang basic English, yung overall ability mo to communicate in English. Alright. For the test format, let's go with the test format. Pareho silang may 4 na subtests: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Magkaiba lang yung time. About employer interview ba muna-unahin to or exam requirements? Again, this is based from my experience. Ako kasi, I started with employer interview. Actually, itong UK journey ko, this is 2 years in the making. I got interviewed in October 2019 and finally, I applied for my UK visa September of this year, September 2021. So, ba't natagalan? Kasi I failed my first OET exam. So, tapos nagkaroon ng pandemic in 2020, so medyo na-delay. Diba? So, yun. But, I started with employer interview, and then I was given a job offer letter na I need to pass all the requirements within 6 months. But, the good thing about that is, nasa-set yung mind mo na, okay, within 6 months, dapat matapos ko to. Unlike kung wala kang goal, medyo mahihirapan ka. Kasi nga, wala kang guide. Parang, later na yan, or something like that. While, sa husband ko naman, he started with CBT exam. You can actually do that with the new NMC. Dati kasi, if I'm not mistaken, before ka ma-register with NMC, you need to pass your OET muna and then your CBT before ka maka-register. Pero with the new NMC, you can actually register with NMC and then start with the CBT. It's one of the requirements kasi for when you're applying for UK, no, kasama yung CBT or the computer-based test, and OET or IELTS. Again, OET is accepted na rin in UK. Could ask me, para mapabilis yung application mo, I suggest you take your OET na muna, or your IELTS, and then CBT, and then apply for a job in UK. Maraming agencies here in the Philippines. I will actually put in the description box kung saan ako na agency nag-apply. In demand ang mga nurses in UK. So, once you've passed your CBT and your OET, I can guarantee you na maraming kung sa'yo na employer sa UK. Okay? And lastly, timeline. We'll talk about timeline. Well, if I passed, my first OET, I guess I could have finished my application in just 4 to 6 months. Kaya talaga siya. But again, dahil nga, there are a lot of factors na kailangan mo i-consider bakit natagalan, kaya naging 2 years yung application ko because of the pandemic and all that. Pero kung bibilangin ko siya from the time that I passed my second OET up to the time that I received my certificate of sponsorship and I processed for my visa, nasa 8 months siya. So, kaya siyang tapusin within 6 to 8 months. How much more if you already passed your OET and CBT? So, hihintayin mo na lang yung job offer letter and all that. So, kaya mo siyang tapusin within 4 to 6 months. Ganun kabilis yung process sa UK. Kaya, guys, kung may plano kayo to apply for UK, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a midwife, then this is your chance. Ako, I've waited for this for 14 years. I've been a graduate. I've graduated in nursing back in 2007 pa. And during that time, nagkaroon ng surcharge sa nursing. Sobrang daming graduates. Sa batch pa lang namin alone, sa school pa lang namin, 900 plus kami gumraduate sa nursing lang yan. So, hindi ko alam sa ibang school. Kaya pagka-graduate namin, wala na kaming matrabahuan. Diyos ko, Lord. Kasi ang mga hospital punong-puno na. Ngayon, since eto na yon opportunity, then why not, diba? For if your naman goal is to give a better future for your family, which yun yung purpose ko why I applied for UK. Alright, so medyo napataas na yung vlog. That's my topic for now, for part 1. For part 2, I will be talking about the step-by-step process on how to register for your NMC. Okay, so watch out for my second video, and thank you so much for watching. Again, for those who are new, please like and subscribe to Leng-Leng's Moment. Thank you!